Judges ready? Everybody wants to be famous, but nobody wants to do the work. I live by that. You grind hard so you can play hard. At the end of the day, you put all the work in, and eventually it will pay off. It could be in 1 year. It could be in 30 years. Eventually, your hard work will pay off. Kevin Hart. Hello, my name is Camden the lead, and my co-lead is Ann. My teammates are Erlinda Rebutter, Logan the Cross, and Calvin the Sunriser. We strongly believe that you should pay kids for good grades, which we define as 88% or higher for students in 3rd grade to 12th grade. We value motivation. Oxford Dictionary defines motivation as a general desire or willingness of someone to do something.
The first reason why we think that students should be paid for good schoolwork is because students will pay more attention to school and they will do better in academic study because of motivation. According to ConnectUsFund.org, paying for good grades can keep kids and teens engaged with their studies while helping them avoid the need to work somewhere to support themselves. The money acts as an incentive for the student to do well in school because they can spend their time studying and putting a lot of effort into the quality of their work, while getting similar, same, or more money than they would working as a normal job. Additionally, it says, if adults get paid for their commitment to working, then shouldn't students receive the same incentive? This means that students should be rewarded for their hard work in school, just like how adults are paid for their hard work and job. If students do not believe that they have a reason to try in their schoolwork, they won't. It's as simple as that. But if we help them believe that there is something worth putting effort into, we will be able to see a dramatic change in the quality of their work, improving grades of any one student. This will be a useful skill in the job market and would be a quality that will stick with them forever. Wouldn't you want your child to build this positive habit?
Did you know good grades leads to motivation? The students do, and according to Dobby News, paying for good grades encourages students to do good in class. When students are paid for good grades, they learn working hard and making better choices does have a reward. They will try to make better grades in hopes of earning more money. When kids like a certain thing, they will want that certain thing, but they will need money, and paying for good grades motivates them because they will want that certain thing. Advice.org states there are many different sources and forms of motivation. Some kids relish passing the difficult test, others making it honorable, or thriving in a demanding class for generally doing well in schools. Others merely require an extra push, a lingering incentive that nags at the back of the children's mind whenever they are tempted to slack off. That little incentive is money. What the quote is saying is that some children already work hard and would appreciate paying for good grades, while some children slack off a lot, might get motivated by the thought that they could get money.
In conclusion, motivation is why you should pay kids for good grades. Our reasons are that they will do better in school and they will be motivated to do other things besides the usual and get what they want. And now here's a quote from Eminem. If people take anything from my music, it should be motivation to know that anything is possible as long as you keep working for it and don't back down. Eminem. Thank you for your time and consideration. We are ready for the process.
Judges, ready?
Okay. Why do you think the students should be paid? Could you please elaborate? Why do you as an individual think that they should be paid?
Well, if someone gets good grades, but then they realize that there's really no reason to, well then they're not going to try anymore. But if they pay for good grades, then that will make them want to try and uphold those good grades.
Do you think your sources are credible and reliable?
Yes.
They would be motivated by the grades. They would be motivated by the money, not the grades, right?
Well, sorry. They get the grades that the money motivates them to get, and then we give them the money as a reward because they deserve what they got.
When you said that students should get paid like adults get paid, isn't the reward for going to school an education?
Could you repeat the question, please?
When you said that students should get paid like adults get paid, isn't the reward for going to school an education?
I don't understand what you're asking. Could you please elaborate?
Okay, you said that students should get paid like adults get paid. Yes. So why should they get paid if the reward for school is getting an education?
Well, some students might not see the education aspect necessarily as a reward because it would seem, or because a lot of the time the schoolwork is very trying and demanding. And with all due respect, we never said that students should get paid like adults do. We are relating that adults get paid because of their commitment to their jobs. And so we are relating that to the students because of their commitment to their schoolwork.
Don't some kids like work? If no one likes work, how will the students be motivated?
The money motivates them.
Judges, are you ready? Hi, yes you. If you are a kid or a parent, listen up. You might think that schools should pay kids for grades, but we are here to tell you no. We stand resolved that students should not be paid for good grades. My name is Ryan, and I am the lead and summarizer. We have Kiera as Flo, Dash as Cross, and Leo as Rebuttal. We value behavior. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary states that behavior is to act, function, or react in a particular way. From the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the definition of kid is a child or youngster, and the definition of child is a young person between the time of infancy and youth. The definition of a good grade is 80% to 100%. If we pay students, they will lose the ability to tell if something is a bribe or a reward. That can be unsafe and can affect their lives forever. They might even give bribes. They can also lose the ability to be hardworking and kind without a reward, which can lead to a bad social life without many friends. Being lonely is really bad for you. You need to know how to be hardworking and kind because you need to be recognized. Also, you need to be hardworking and kind because, as Napoleon Hill said, the man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. This quote states that if you do something for free or for less than usual, you will soon get repaid for more. Children will lose the ability to be kind, and they won't realize that kindness repays eventually. They lose a lot of abilities because they will focus more on the reward than the education, like Connect you have said. The children who earn rewards for good grades can begin to feel entitled about their payouts. This emotional response will eventually rob the child of their ability to cultivate a new love of learning. This states that students who get paid will care more about the money or rewards. We believe that not paying students for good grades will help them have a successful future. They can have a successful future if they go to college. College is where they can get a higher education and a degree that will help them find a good job. They need to be responsible to do that. A good education that leads to a good career is what a successful future is. Positive Parenting Solutions said, true, long-lasting success requires skills that money can't buy. Something else they said is, paying for grades actually robs kids of much greater wealth. It robs them because they will not be motivated to learn on their own, and they will only learn if they get paid. They will just want the pay and will not be responsible for their work. We don't know if students will be responsible. If we pay students for good grades, the gifted students will dominate the cash rewards, but students with learning disabilities might get frustrated, as Connectia said. Someone with A grade capability might settle for C grade results because that's the amount of money that they want or need. But since the gifted students have the most cash, they will probably be bullied for their money. Connecta also said, some children may have dyslexia or other learning disabilities that cause them to struggle. We don't want students to be bullied because that might make them bullies or depressed people that might have a higher chance of going to jail. Our value is behavior. We now stand ready for cross-examination.
Judges ready? Opposition ready? What are the other abilities that children lose? Children might lose, what do you mean by other abilities? What? I don't really know how to explain it. But there are separate classes for kids with disabilities, correct? Yes, there are. But the students in those classes probably won't get paid because they have disabilities. But the teachers understand, so they can lower the minimum, correct? Yes, they could. But there are a lot of other reasons that we should not pay kids for free. You want money for good grades. Not exactly. I think I'm challenged enough. Why not? I think I'm challenged enough. I don't need motivation. Just the projects. Okay. What long-term effects would paying kids for good grades have? And the long-term effect would be that if you stop paying kids for good grades, if you stop, they will still be motivated by the money. When there's no money, and they will not be motivated by the grades. Their grades will drop. Did you consider that paying kids for good grades can make school better? No. Judges ready?
Hello, I'm Calvin the Summarizer, and we believe in the value of motivation. In the introduction, the opposing team claimed their value was behavior, but self-sufficientkids.com claims that research shows that paying kids for good grades often does improve them when kids receive compensation, whether it's for doing chores, limiting screen time, or doing well in school. There's almost always improvement in behavior. Scott says getting paid for good grades helps improve behavior, so the value does not support them. In contention 1, our opposition states that paying kids for good grades can make them unable to discern when they are being bribed. However, that is an extreme conclusion. Oxford Dictionary defines a bribe as persuading someone to act in one's favor, typically illegally or dishonestly, by a gift of money or another inducement, which is defined as a thing that persuades or influences someone to do something. Just because the students are getting paid for something they should have anyway, good grades, doesn't mean that they will not be able to know if someone's trying to take advantage of them or not. Plus, paying them is not illegal or dishonest. Also, in contention 1, the opposition said they would focus on the money and not the grades, but they have to focus on the grades or they will not get the money. In contention 2, our opposition said that it robs them of greater wealth, meaning it robs them of learning on their own and learning in general. That is wrong. This will make them want to learn even more. In contention 3, opposition used a quote that says students with A grade capability might settle for C- grade results because that is the amount of money that they want. However, in their introduction, they said that they define good grades as 80 to 100, which is not a C grade, as a C grade is 73 to 76, meaning that their quote contradicts it. In contention 3, the opposition said that kids with disabilities will get mad because they will not get money. But kids with disabilities have special classes, so they'll still get the same money because the teachers know they have disability. Thank you for your time and consideration, and we hope you vote for us.
Judges, are you ready? Our opponent is talking about motivation as a value. That does not fit because they say that the students will be motivated for grades when the students will be motivated for the money. In our opponent's contention 2, they say that students get a reward when students already get rewards. These rewards would be parties, and if we spend money to simply pay students, the school will not be able to reward all the students, even the ones who did try, but it was not their fault they failed. As it also says in the opponent's contentions, they actually said that the students will be motivated for the money, which supports us because we are talking about how students will be motivated for the money, not the grades, which is bad. The opponent has a quote in contention 3 that states, with motivation, anything is possible. Motivation is not the only thing that you need, and you can't pay the people once they are adults. They will lose all motivation, and what will you do then? Thank you for your time and consideration. Please vote negative.
All right, let's give it up for our resolution 14. That's really fun. You guys can have seats. Can we have